All right, we're back. Experiment roughly successful. I got two nice little bars out of it. I think I think that has something to do with the fact that I had enough. I guess I eyeballed it. I'm a little proud of myself. I usually can't eyeball things too much, but so it went pretty well. I mean, you cut it up into little bits. You put it in something microwave safe. You microwave it for 30 seconds and then a few seconds at a time until it's liquid, like liquid, not pudding, not trace, not something that you look for when you're making cold process. So if you want the consistency of really runny, like pancake batter, liquid. Um, at which point I added quite a bit of the spices and a splash of milk. I kind of mixed it around until in one container until it was like a milky spice paste, and then I kind of poured that into here. And so it looks kind of green on my camera, but I promise you this is brownish, kind of a brownish cinnamon. It smells decent. I also added a little bit of allspice. I couldn't find any ground ginger. Sorry. I know some people who are like chai purists might get offended at that. But there was one small problem with the whole ordeal, and it starts with this little thing here. This is a little bit of extra soap. Now, one drop of extra soap, residue or scrap, that's not a problem, right? The problem was that on the inside of my container, the soap touching the surface of my container cooled off much faster than anything in the liquid. Which I can understand because, of course, glass, the Pyrex, is a very good insulator. It's meant to absorb heat. So it absorbed the heat from that liquid soap really, really quickly. So I was left rapidly scraping with a butter knife to try to get all of it that I could. And I wound up having this much soap left over. This is, maybe an ounce and a half of extra stuff that would have been stuck on the inside of the thing. I wound up microwaving this whole tray after sticking all the scraps that I could in here, and then of course it leaked. So I tried cleaning up the edges as best I could, but it didn't. Well, it kind of spilled over and foamed. If you've ever microwaved a regular bar of soap, that happens. But that's a lot of scrap. So like that's a lot of stuff that would have been wasted if I hadn't been watching, if I hadn't been trying really hard to avoid wasting. So all in all, I mean, it turned out okay. It's only a few minutes after coming out of the microwave, so it's still relatively soft. It's probably still molten on the inside, but it's cool to the touch. This one over here, cool to the touch, a little softer, I think. But it's hardening nicely. I'm happy to report that the little bit of addition of milk didn't bother it, and then I tried balancing that out with some salt to make it a good brine bar because the water here is a little harder than other places. It's okay. In an hour or so, I'll probably be unmolding these because it says you wait 40 minutes. I'm probably going to give them a little longer since I added liquid in the form of milk and I didn't really measure anything. So I don't know how long stuff's going to take to really dry out or firm up or whatever. And hopefully everything turns out okay. If this works, if it continues to retain the same smell, I might be able to start making chai, just with locally sold spices and stuff like that. And milk, milk, as long as you're not sensitive in your skin to dairy, it should be okay. Of course, there's cinnamon, there's cardamom, there's clove. So if you have I don't know, if you get it in your eye, I don't know if that'll be worse, but it might work. It might not. These might just be two bars that I might give away as gifts. I don't know. I like giving rejects to people because even if it's not like the best of my resume, it's still something. And even ugly soap is still soap, right? So I guess I don't know. I might continue. I probably will. I mean, I'm gonna have to use all 10 pounds of that stuff because I picked up 10 pounds and had a coupon, so I only technically paid for like 7.5. But I don't know. It's something to really keep an eye on. So I'll keep you guys up to date. I'll probably post on Le Facebook if stuff turns out a disaster or a success. I might do another video. I don't know. Otherwise, until then, stay safe. I hear the weather's supposed to be pretty bad pretty soon. I don't know. I don't really go outside. Kind of a hermit. Groundhog, that's me. Haha. Have a nice day.